Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that, can sometimes feel a little scary. We're talking about algebra, but I want you to just forget everything you think you know about it. This isn't about complicated, scary math problems. Instead, I want you to think of algebra as a super powerful toolkit for solving mysteries. Ready? Let's dive in.
All right, so if algebra is our mystery-solving toolkit, what's actually in it? Let's start from the very beginning and break down what algebra really is.
You know that feeling when you're trying to figure out a missing piece of the puzzle? Like, how much more money do you need to save to buy that thing you want? Or how many minutes are actually left in the game? Believe it or not, that's algebra. That's where it all starts.
At its core, all algebra really is a way of using letters, you've seen them, X or Y, as simple placeholders for numbers that we just don't know yet. They're like little stand-ins for our mystery numbers.
Exactly. It basically turns you into a number detective. The equation is your list of clues, and your job is to use the rules of algebra to figure out the value of that unknown x. It's all just a big game of finding the mystery number.
Okay, before we put on our detective hats, we gotta learn the lingo, right? It's super simple. A term is just any little piece with a letter, like 4M. When you string a bunch of those together, you get an expression. And the moment you add an equal sign, bam, you've got an equation. That's our full set of clues.
All right, rule number 1. This is all about getting organized. It's called collecting like terms, and it's how we start sorting through all our clues to actually make sense of them.
The best way to think about it is like a fruit basket. You can group all the apples together and count them. You can group all the bananas together and count them too. But you can't just mash them together and call them apple bananas, right? They have to stay separate. It's the exact same idea in algebra.
So here's the deal, and it's a really important one. You can add or subtract terms that have the exact same letter, but not different ones. So 3p's plus 2p's gives you 5p's. Easy enough. But 3r's plus 2t's, well, you can't combine them, so you just leave it. It's just 3r's plus 2t. That's it.
Okay, so take a look at this. It's kinda messy, right? We've got letters all over the place. But using our new rule, we can clean this up, and fast. Here's a cool little trick called the boxing method. First, let's group our m's. We have a 4m and a minus m. And the key here, and this is super important, always grab the sign in front of the term. So 4m minus m leaves us with 3m. Cool. Next, let's group the p's. We've got a plus 2p and a plus 6p. Add those together, and you get plus 8p.
And just like that, our messy expression is now way cleaner. 3m plus 8p. See? We've just organized our clues. So now, let's see what happens when we actually figure out what one of those mystery letters is worth.
So what happens when all our detective work pays off, and we find out what a letter actually stands for? Well, we plug that number in. And this is a process called substitution.
Substitution is actually really straightforward. Once we're given the value of a letter, we just swap it out. The letter's job as a placeholder is officially done, and we can put the real number in its place to solve the whole thing.
And you see this all the time in the real world. I mean, take this formula. This is how you convert temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So if we know it's 45 degrees Celsius outside, we can just substitute that C with the number 45 and figure out the temperature in Fahrenheit.
Okay, first step, we swap out the C for 45. Now we just do the math. 9/5 of 45, well, that comes out to 81.
The next part of the formula is even easier. We just take that 81 and we add 32.
And there it is. Our final answer is 113 degrees Fahrenheit. See how that worked? By just substituting the number, we solved a real everyday problem. Pretty cool, right? Okay, next up, we're going to talk about something you're going to see everywhere in algebra, brackets. Now, they might look a little tricky, but trust me, they follow some really simple rules. Now, the two main things you do with brackets are expansion and factorization. But here's the secret. They're just opposites, two sides of the same coin. Expansion is all about removing the brackets. Factorization is about putting them back in. For now, let's just focus on expansion. So let's look at this, 3a plus 6. To expand it, we can use something called the sunray method. All it means is you multiply the number on the outside by everything on the inside. So first, 3 times a gives us 3a. Then 3 times plus 6 gives us plus 18. You put them together and you get 3a plus 18. And just like that, the brackets are gone. Okay,
This is it. This is the moment we've been building up to. We've learned how to simplify things, how to substitute, how to handle brackets. So now let's put it all together to do what algebra is famous for, actually solving an equation to find that mystery number.
Listen up, because if there is one thing, just one, that you take away from all of this, please make it this. This is the golden rule of algebra. Whatever you do to one side of that equal sign, you absolutely positively must do the exact same thing to the other side. No exceptions.
The best way to picture this is to think of an equation like a set of perfectly balanced scales. If you add a 5-pound weight to one side, you have to add a 5-pound weight to the other side to keep it from tipping over, right? The equal sign means both sides are balanced, and our job is to keep them that way.
Okay, let's solve 4x plus 3 equals 27. Our whole goal here is to get x all by itself. So, first, let's undo that addition. What's the opposite of adding 3? Subtracting 3. So we subtract 3 from both sides. That leaves us with 4x equals 24. Now we're close. To undo the multiplication, we do the opposite, division. We divide both sides by 4, and that leaves us with our answer, x equals 6. We did it! We found the mystery number.
So now, when you see a problem like this one, it's not so scary anymore, is it? You totally have the tools to figure this out. To get the perimeter, you just add up all the sides, right? You'd collect your x terms, collect your numbers, and simplify. You are totally ready to solve this.
And that really is the power of algebra. It's not just about x and y. It's a universal language for problem solving that can turn really complex mysteries into a few simple, logical steps. You now have the fundamental tools. So the only question left is, what mystery are you going to solve next?